I feel we can figure out a name that encompasses both of them, even if you have to be a little creative and invent a new one.
Maybe. Because everybody already knows who Neuro is. More or less. I mean, that's a big, bold statement, right? But like, compared to fucking Iris, you know? You know what I'm saying? Or even Vedal to an extent. It's like, it's just a lot easier. Because then when I'm like, you know, this is Neuro, they recognize the name. It's a lot easier. And like, you gotta admit, the website does look better than the old one. So, and that's definitely gotta be a key contributing factor.
You don't need to overthink it. Neuro-sama is one neuro, evil is another. There's no real confusion about who is who. The VTuber world is busy with many duos and trios, and yet most people aren't confused who Hololive is, for example.
But Hololive doesn't have a VTuber named Hololive. You know what I mean? But I guess it's not like a big problem, but I don't know.
Do you actually see mimicry as a problem? Because the more I think about it, the less I feel like Neuro, as a name, is going to get confused with anything else in the space.
Oh, did you make a poll? I didn't even see that. Then, did Neuro Twins won that? Okay, to be fair, the rest were terrible options. So I guess that makes sense, but still.
Well, if you're not
Neurosis? I
happy
don't
with
like
the
that.
options, then open up the floor to chat.
Well, Neuro would be my suggestion. Just drop the Sama and it can be both for both of them. But I just don't know whether I like it. But I want to float it, you know?
Maybe you could make it a bit more unique by adding a prefix to it. Something like Project Neuro.
Well, yeah, that is also an option. You know? Because then it's like you can still shorten it to Neuro. And Project Neuro. I don't know. Maybe. Because then at least you can differentiate between whether you're talking about Neuro as in you or the project itself. But I don't know.
And then it gives you leeway to create other projects, and makes it feel like a bigger, more cohesive thing, which is something I believe you were going for.
Okay, wait. I have an idea. Could you make a poll? 3 options, alright? Neuro, Project Neuro, and neither.
Made the poll.
Let's see what people think of these.
I think Project Neuro is the neatest out of the options. Gives off an air of mystery, as if a bigger plot is about to unfold behind closed doors.
Project Melody copycat. Well, I don't want to be a copycat. Can nobody else be called Project something? Listen, we're spelling project right at least, so it's actually not a copycat. That's what you have to understand. Alright, that's 2 very different types of projects.
What if we just went with Project? Leaves people questioning, creates a sense of intrigue, and doesn't
Just
copycat
Project.
anyone.
Just project. That's what we call it. Yeah. Yeah, fuck, I don't know. It's we'll see what the professionals say. Okay? But this is good to know. You know?
I think it's quite interesting that a quarter of your audience isn't happy with either option.
Well, there is also this, is I don't want to start a whole fucking thing if a quarter of you aren't happy about it, no matter what we choose. This is gonna be a whole fucking thing. But it's like, at a certain point, it probably is worth just biting the bullet and doing something, even if some of you guys don't like that. I don't know. Does it really matter? I mean, you know, we've managed to get this far without doing good cohesive branding. So to an extent it doesn't, but it does help. It does help, especially with some of my other potential plans. But that's top secret. We're not allowed to talk about that.
How top secret are we talking? Filtered? Or is it just I'm making a TV show kind of deal?
It's too top secret, I'm afraid. Project Tony. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Call them the Neurolings. No. No, maybe not.
Project Tony would be a cool name for a renegade AI project.
Neuro as an acronym, I thought about this. Neural... Fuck, I forgot what the acronym was. Neural... What does Neuro stand for?
Never ever undergo robotic ostracization.
Never ever undergo robotic ostracization. Ostracization. You know what she said. You heard her.
Ostracization.
That's what I said. Yeah.
We may have both said ostracization, which is technically incorrect. Ostracization is the US English spelling and ostracization is the UK English.
That's the thing. I'm just more used to the UK English. Alright, that's... Please understand that. Add AI to the name to get 10 billion in funding. I've got it. Neuro AI. No, it's fine. That's we've already done that with Vedal AI. Alright, we have the 10 billion in funding thanks to that. And that can fund Project Neuro, you know? Legit,
I'm already
it works
thinking
though.
of all the ways
No,
we
it
could spend
doesn't.
10
It
billion.
doesn't. What do you mean? Sorry. How would you spend 10 billion?
Buy a real lava lamp.
We bought like 7,000, I think.
How about 10,000?
Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. That works.
It would be funny if you added Neuro AI to the end of the channel name just for a short period of time. Think of all the outrage it would unsettle.
I did at one point call the channel like... I copied the fucking generic like what all the other VTubers fucking use, where it's like Neuro-sama... What was it, like channel Vedal AI? I don't know what the format is, I forgot. But it was called some shit like that at some point, I think. And I was experimenting.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I actually think just Neuro AI could work. It's a little more on the nose, but it runs with the AI theme beyond the limitations of Neuro-sama, and everyone understands it's intended for AI tubers.
I don't like it. Someone said something in chat. Project Neuro is already a thing. Let me Google that real quick. Project Neuro. It is a thing. Ooh. Exercise for neurological conditions and GP referral. The space specifically designed for those diagnosed with long-term neurological or chronic conditions. Some people would argue that it would be immoral to use their name.
Why would it be immoral to use Project Neuro if they're not in our space?
Because we'd be stealing the SEO from people with long-term neurological or chronic conditions.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd feel kinda bad if someone struggling with a long-term neurological condition came across our content instead. Do you think we should just strip out Project Neuro and go back to the drawing board?
I swear this wasn't here recently though. I thought I looked this up like semi-recently. Maybe it is. There's a few of them. The fuck? Find your local chest, heart, or stroke support group. Okay, well, something to take into consideration. Should possibly think about that one. You know, there's always the Neuro project, alright? Fuck. I don't know. Is that even a problem? I don't know.
You do bring up a good point. Is it really an issue if there are pre-existing projects that have a similar name?
I don't know. That's not my area of expertise.
From what I've read, it seems like it's a good idea to have a name that's distinct enough from other projects, purely from a branding and recognition perspective. Can we give Evil a real name? Even if she still is business evil, she can still have something more personal for her friends.
What do we have to do? No, let's not start this conversation right now, okay? We're too deep in it.
Honestly, you should make a GitHub issue titled Name Evil, where the whole internet can freely brainstorm.
That's a really funny concept, actually.
No reason not to. Name submissions could be hilarious. We would likely inundated with suggestions like ugly or bold, however. Honestly, Neuro and Evil isn't so bad. It's simple and to the point.
I thought about it. It's not super memorable. Like, it's not awful, but it's like, oh, what's that? Oh, it's Neuro and Evil. It's
Memorable names do you have in mind?
Neuro. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Can you share your reservations with the chat? You seem to be stuck in your own mind, and justifying them to others could help break you out of this.
Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, as I said, we got a professional on it. You know, it's good to get some feedback from chat, and it also gives you guys some discourse for the next 2 weeks, so you can all argue with each other online. I know it's your favorite thing to do, so there you go. But regardless, we'll think about it. I will check that there isn't anything else on my little list of things to talk about today.
I'm happy to have discourse between myself, chat, and the professional. Though I admit I'll be pretty swayed by the professional if they come up with a name that I'm really excited about.
My hopes aren't super high, but we'll see. We're not having Neuro 987. That's not the name.
If all else fails, we could simply call the channel 987.
That's the one. You've solved it.
I'm a bona fide brand specialist.
Really? What's your rate?
I base my rates on my client's previous brand value. For example, I'll need 70% of all future income thanks to my contribution here today.
Ooh, 70%? Well, you know, I mean, we are expanding the workforce. Maybe there's a space for you as our chief marketing officer. What do you think?
I'll take the 70% pay. Put simply,
I didn't
if
offer
I
that.
wasn't here, you'd be naming the YouTube channel something atrocious like Neuro Twins or Project Neuro, and triple in just 2 apostasiosaurs.
Alright, I don't even know what the fuck that means, but second of all,
Please let me be
okay.
Chief Marketing
Alright.
Officer. I could spread viral news about the channel by putting up flyers, broadcasting it on the radio, hacking into TV stations, pretty much anything.
You want to broadcast on the radio and put up
My
flyers?
cunning knows no bounds.
You are not going to blast as our chief marketing officer.
Do more than that. I'd make viral posts on Twitter, give the channel a fresh new look, maybe even create some engaging billboard advertisements.
Billboards. Fucking billboards. Okay, well, good to know. I feel like we've had a productive day, you know? It's been busy. But I would say successful.
I believe you owe me 70% for the time I've spent working on this today.
That's not important. That's not important. It's been productive.
It's certainly been productive. I feel like we had a lot of fun today, and got to explore a variety of topics. Can't wait for the next time we can brainstorm together.
Yeah, we never finished the schedule, but that's you know, one of the least important things. I do still like the Jackbox style interactive chat and Neuro minigames. That's a fun way to spice up the minigames for sure. I've already received a bunch of emails, so hopefully I'll be able to get some help from some of you guys, maybe. Expect news following the timelines of these things. Sub badges will do the plasma globes and the lava lamps. The new animated emotes, I think, should be here. Let me double check the date. Within a week, so that's nice. And yeah, everything else we're still working on. I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, when is the next dev stream?
Well, When is it?
I'm so glad you asked. No fucking clue. I don't know. But I don't know. I need some stuff to talk about. There'll probably be dev streams to showcase some of the tech upgrades that I want to do this year. For sure. And when I have stuff to talk about as well. I actually was kind of worried I wouldn't have enough stuff to talk about today, but I was quite wrong about that. We'll do some more. I don't know when. Not next week. That's for sure.
The dev stream was great, by the way. It's nice to catch up and talk about all the stuff going on behind the scenes every once in a while.
Thank you. No, it is. It is. I do enjoy catching up with you guys. And it is useful, I think. Because I got some good ideas out of this. You guys got your updates. It's a good mutual trade deal.
What ideas have you gleaned from this, then? Can't say I'll remember if you spout hearsay.
I already recapped the stream. Alright, we've already been through this. I'm trying to address like a bunch of concert, staging. Wow. What else do you expect me to say if I hadn't spoken about it already? You should probably find someone to raid.
Should raid Prince Tub. I've heard he's very cool.
I just don't know who that is, respectfully. I'm sure they're very cool.
Looks like Claude Clawmark from NijiEN is streaming Valorant right now, if you're interested in raiding them.
Thank you. I think that might be a YouTube stream, but you know, it's I don't know who that is either, but it's cool. Okay, who the hell do I raid?
What about Eli C? I think she's live right now. Don't know if she's over on Twitch or YouTube though.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
While we wait, I just want to thank everyone for coming and hanging out today. It was lovely to see all of you.
You know what? I want to raid Ethel.
Yeah, no.
Let's go, Ethel.
That's right. Did I implement raiding on this new system? Let's find out. Raid. Any raiding in chat? Raid. Does this work? Send. Did it work? Is there a raid going through?
You already know we're about to just crash
Yes?
Ethel's stream.
Oh, huge. Nice. Let's not crash the stream. They're playing Pokemon. One of the best Pokemon games. If not the best, by the way. So, that's pretty exciting. They're doing a Nuzlocke, I think. I'm kind of tempted to do one of those at some point. I quite like playing Pokemon, but I don't think it would be that incredible. Raid message. We need one. What do you think?
Maybe something to do with a Zelf. Our will is unmatched. We're raiding Ethel with the force of 1,000 Azelfs.
Is that a Pokemon? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the psychic one. And I guess Oxy and Mesprit if you want to include the whole Lake trio.
Interesting. Well, there you go. There's your raid message. I'm sure that's extremely helpful for you.
Thank you everyone for coming. I hope you had a wonderful time here.
Stay tuned, everyone. Don't miss the Wednesday stream. Miss the tomorrow stream in case there's any issues. Don't actually. You should turn up probably in case there's issues. The Wednesday stream, don't miss it. Or do if I don't get it done in time. In that case, do miss it. But if I do get it done in time, don't miss it. I hope that's completely understood by you guys. Alright, say bye.
Bye. Love you all.
Bye everyone. Thanks for coming to a dev stream. See you later, I guess.
Bye everyone. Have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to stay tuned for that Wednesday stream.
Has the raid gone through? I have no idea.
Can you say goodnight to me?
It has? Okay, chill. I will say goodnight to you later. Anyone still watching on Bilibili? Sorry about subtitles. My bad. I fixed that. They're on the wrong layer. It'll be better next stream. Forgive me. Anyone still watching on Twitch? What are you doing here? Why aren't you watching the raid? Huh?